doctor from China. He has come first time to India, that was straight to Pondicherry. He hasn't gone anywhere else, and he stayed in Park Guest House. Right now he is staying near Aurobindo. And he felt wherever he read mother's quotations and all, he felt that he is also following the same. He is trying to practice the same. He felt very, very much tuned with the atmosphere here, and he felt whatever he speaks, that people are able to understand it. So he didn't find it difficult to explain anything to anybody. And he feels instead of giving medicines or any other thing, self-healing is the best thing. And for heart, we go to a cardiologist. For other problems, we go to a specialist, He says everything, like internet, we are interconnected. We cannot be treated by part. So he has the same feeling, like we have to clear all the blocks and allow the energy to flow. And yesterday, when I met him, I did little bit with him. And in the night, I felt in my left leg, in the big toe, a sparkling energy going through. First time I have felt. I have done Reiki, pranic healing, many energy work, but this a particular typical sensation. So I put on the light to see any butterfly or anything is going around. Nothing was going. Then same way, throat in the right hand also it happened yesterday night. So I know it works. My personal experience. So I thought it's good to share it with all of us. And he's going to give a session in Hall of Harmony on Sunday morning. So I thought that time too many people will be there. So for a closer group, he was eager to do it. So we have arranged it. It was arranged, yesterday night we arranged it. So I couldn't inform many people. It has happened very fast. Shall we proceed?
Mm-hmm. So what I'm talking today is a very simple self-healing technique. Normally, when we get sick or ill, we go to doctors.
Can you find it?
But now, what I'm talking or what I'm teaching, I can't say I'm a doctor. I'm just teaching people the way so that they can heal themselves. The problem is, it's so simple, it's too simple to be true. Plus, I think it's too good to be true. For better understanding, I have to explain a little bit about the definition of a disease. In Western medicine, we are given thousands of names for the medicine. Hypertension, diabetes, headache, a prostate, or whatever problems. According to the Chinese medicine, the Asian classical Chinese medicine, I don't call it traditional Chinese medicine, I call it classical Chinese medicine. All these diseases are caused only by one reason. That is the blockage of meridians. The meridians we have, every one of us has meridians. It's like an internet, but it's invisible to our eyes. We cannot see, but we know they exist there. So as long as it works, it flows, if the qi flows freely, then we don't have the disease. Once it is blocked somewhere, then we have the disease. So no matter what name is given, the reason is the same. That is the blockage of meridian. That being the case, it's much easier for us to find a solution. That is, cleanse the meridians. So as long as you cleanse the meridians, you don't have to worry about the names of the disease. So ultimately, no matter it's Oriental medicine or Western medicine, the doctors are doing actually the same thing. That is to activate human beings' own self-healing system. As long as that self-healing system works, you don't have to worry about what name the diseases are and where even the locations are. And how to prove that? It's very easy. So when you do the two simple ways I teach, it's both a diagnosing and also healing. So it happens at the same time. In the past few years, I've been in search of different healers all over the world, especially in China. And I found many great healers. And they have all kinds of healing ways. Yet, among all these different ways, I found out two, and I put them on the top of the priority list. Number one, I call it Paida. Paida is a Chinese name, and in English, it's slapping, just like this. The other is Lajin. La is stretch, Jin is tendon. So it's stretch the tendon. Why is that? I list 5 criteria for picking up these two methods. Number one, extremely good healing effect. How good? It should be compared with all other medicine to see the effect. If it works or works better, then you know it works. If it doesn't work, you know it doesn't work. This, you cannot cheat people. Everyone will know whether it works or not. So, number one, the healing effect. Number two, simple. How simple? It can be learned in 1 minute by anybody, young and old. If you have to spend 1 hour, make notes, pass examinations, that's too long. Even 20 minutes, that's too long. Because people now live with a computer and clicks. If it's too long, they don't have patience. Okay? So it can be learned in 1 minute. So simplicity. Number three, safety. It has to be very safe. If it works while causing other side effects, that's not good. So number four, wide range of application. It virtually deals with all kinds of diseases. From hypertension, diabetes, headache, depression, skin problems, all kinds of problems. Of course, it works extremely well for the pain problems. Then number five, do it yourself. Because this is not, by any definition, standard medical treatment. It's only a way to do the self-healing. How it works, it's so simple. Among our whole body, according to the Chinese medicine, we have like an internet full of, that meridians, branches meridians, then branches meridians. Yet, we have 12 major meridians. The beginning and the starting point are all located on hands and the feet. So that being the case, we pick up 4 areas which can be easily recognized by everybody. The reason I'm not using the name for the meridians or the anchor point is because it's too difficult to remember. And people can be frightened, oh, it's so complicated. So now I just propose 4 general points, very easy to remember. Number 1, elbow. See, it's easy. Number 2, hands. Number 3, knees. Number 4, feet. So basically, feet and hands, elbows and the knees. So easy to remember. Although I don't name the meridians, when you do the slapping, you are actually slapping on the meridians and on these points. These are the points exactly the same as shown in the acupuncture charts. It's the same. I assume in India you have very similar system, but it's just use different names. Of course, it's all the qi that is moving. If you look at the history of medicine, people look at the human body by stages. First of all, they look at a body only as a physical body. So they use many physical therapies to treat it. In my way, I call it's a carpenter's job. A doctor is like a carpenter. They have many vehicles. So in stage 2, they regard human body as a chemical body. So nowadays, they use all kinds of chemical drugs. Then, at an even higher stage, we can see the invisible part. That is the Meridian chart, Meridian system. And that is where we work. It is the invisible that is controlling the visible. For our body, it's like this. For the whole universe, it's the same. See? The weather is changing, but something you cannot see, it's just change. See, the wind is there, but you cannot see the wind. And for our body, the qi moves inside. We cannot see the qi. Okay? But through slapping, you can feel the qi, and you can feel the problem immediately. So let's come to the number one method. That is Paida, slapping. Okay? I just talked about the basic logic behind it. Now I explain a little bit more. Once the meridians are blocked, the yin and yang balance is lost. So that is the same all over the world. In Chinese medicine, you look at the Tai Chi chart, the Tai Chi image, one side is black, one side is white. So one is yin, the other is yang. A healthy person is called a balanced person. When our meridians are blocked, so the yin will increase. Consequently, the yang will decrease. So if we try our best to increase the yang, then the yin will decrease automatically. It's just that simple. So the yin is like the darkness, the coldness. They serve the same function. While the yang is warm, is bright. So it is through driving the darkness inside our body, then the light, the brightness rise up. Very simple. And the reason for we get sick is also very clear. Many people regard the disease as a bad thing. It is actually a gift from God. Why? God wants you to change yourself. Yet, they give you many, many warnings and signals, and you ignore it. You don't know. Until you are given a disease. Then, because of the disease, you have to change yourself. Because you have to deal with it. So, the so-called disease is actually a reflex. The so-called disease is actually a reflection of the darkness inside. So I think no matter in Indian medicine and in Chinese medicine, the conclusion is the same. The so-called disease on our body, on our physical body, is a reflection of our own internal trouble, our mind trouble, because we have some darkness inside. So by doing Paida and Lajin, they will be reviewed. So in the Asian Chinese, they don't call it slapping. They say revealing the disease. Actually in Buddhism, they have a similar saying. They say driving the ghosts. By doing so, all this dark side, the darkness that goes inside are driven out. It's very simple. Okay, now we come to the real demonstration. Okay? Could you follow me? And we just do the Paida. And in 5 minutes, you bet. If you see the meridians here, some spot, some dark skin appear, that is the poisonous blood. In Chinese, we have a special character called sha. While in English, I give a translation, that is poisoned blood. Okay, shall we do it now? Just on one side, whichever side of the elbow, you just do on the joint. Yeah, just do it. Let's do 5-6 minutes to feel the tingling. use this gentleman, this lady as an example. Look at here. Could you stand up a little bit? See?
In the morning you did, no?
Yeah, could you stand up?
When?
See, for her, even if she does very slightly, this appears very obvious. And this gentleman too, look, it's like this. And then I will show you what's going on. You see, if you go and check out the Meridian chart, for the acupuncture you will see the one in the middle. This is called pericardium. That's also linked with the heart. And this one is the heart meridian. So these two are related with your heart. And for this one here, see, go all the way up. That's the lungs meridian. For this gentleman, it's the same. Meaning, both of them have heart disease. And then yet when you ask, do you know you have a heart disease? No. Do you know you have a heart disease?
Yes. She has blood pressure, hypertension.
Okay, then the so-called hypertension, high blood pressure. The blood pressure, high pressure. No. The blood pressure is not a disease. It's only a symptom of a disease. The real problem is on heart. But yet, heart is not alone. It's not only a heart problem. You see, from here, it's also a lungs problem. If you check more on the knees, you will find it's also a problem of kidney, of liver, of spleen, and bladder, gallbladder. All these meridians are blocked. So, thank you. Yeah, you can go back to your seat. So then I'll come back. When we talk about, okay, you can see here. When we talk about the disease, we're not supposed to be misled by the names of the disease. See, that's why I have a few very important concepts to deliver to you. Number one, forget about the disease names. For example, hypertension. If you have high blood pressure, it's only natural for a doctor to give you medicine so that you can take every day to lower your pressure. Natural, right? But this is very misleading. For us, if you just do the sleeping and the stretching, just do these things. And all these meridians here, the blood, pericardium, or the heart, and also the kidney, the liver, all these meridians are cleansed. Then you go to check. The blood pressure will automatically drop. So, do you think you can really cure the disease if you focus on lowering the blood pressure while neglecting the blockage of your heart, of your kidney, of your liver, of your spleen, and so on? That's nonsense. So once you deal with your so-called diseases, you have to deal with them all. You cannot say, okay, I'm only an expert on kidney. He's an expert on liver or on cancer. If we do want to deal with them, we have to virtually deal with all of them. Namely, if you have a hypertension, you have to cleanse all the meridians. While, on the other hand, let's say we got a cancer, or we get a skin problem, or headache, or depression. The answer is exactly the same. Forget about the names. You just focus on cleansing the meridians. Then the problem will arise up again. Which meridian shall I cleanse? Which one? People say, okay, I have a headache. I got hypertension, I got diabetes. Where shall I begin with? Okay, then I'll come to another concept. That is complex disease. When I name the first one, forget about the disease names. It's only naturally lead to the next one, which means all disease is a complex disease. You see what I mean? Again, I will use hypertension. When someone says, okay, I got high blood pressure, that means your heart, your liver, your spleen, your bladder, all these meridians have problems, which means you have a complex disease. You have all these problems, not just high blood pressure. So forget about the pressure itself. So naturally, no matter you do the slapping here or on the knees, it's all a holistic healing. Why? Because all these meridians are linked with each other. It's related, like what? Like internet. So for the younger generation, when I talk about the meridian system, they have no idea, even in China. So I raise a question. Do you guys know antivirus software? They all know. Then I say, okay, bingo. That's, every human being is born with the antivirus software. That is our self-healing system. It is there, but disabled guys, we never really use it. So how to use it? Very simple. Just by slapping and stretching, you activate your own antivirus software. Activate it. Then that software will scan your whole body automatically. Wherever you have a virus, it will hook up automatically. You don't have to worry about where I have a problem. No, you don't have to worry. They will do it automatically for you. And at the same time, the healing also takes place. See, just now we do healing. See here, we do slapping, remember? It's so simple, right? And all this dark stuff appears, we call poisonous lump. When this appears, that means you have a heart disease, right? But at the same time, the healing also takes place. So you don't have to worry. Then people will raise another question. We have all this stuff. What shall we do with them? What shall we do with them? Just keep on slapping. Then this color will disappear. So many people, especially people with the Western medicine knowledge, they say, oh, you've broken your vessels, your blood vessels. That's nonsense. How to prove? If you keep on slapping like this, this will disappear. And then you go to check out your blood pressure or whatever disease, hundreds of indicators change. So just now I talk about the Oriental theory. That is because the meridians are blocked, so the yin and the yang balance is lost. That is the Oriental theory. What about Western medicine? And in 2007, in the very famous magazine called Cell magazine, a professor called Gerard Casanti from Columbia University, he published an article about this thing. That is, the bones and the flesh used to be what? Used to be the supporting system for support our body, for supporting. But now they discovered this is the biggest endocrine system, which means the bones, the skeleton, when they are activated, your whole endocrine system changed. Your hormones, your insulin, everything changed. How do you prove it? You can check it out. Everything. If you have 100 indicators, they will all change. This can be virtually approved by modern science. You can go to check it out in the hospital. So in our workshop, it's very funny. In Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, we did a workshop, 17 people with high blood pressure, so-called hypertension, while 16 of them dropped to normal after 7 days, while one of them increased. So people come to seek trouble. How come all of them dropped? Well, this one not only dropped, but increased. I say, okay, you go to check it out. What problem he has? Then they found out he has a lower blood pressure. So it's a two-way adjustment. That's why I say you don't have to worry about the names. Your body will tell what problem is. They will adjust automatically. So many women, actually some people come as a couple. Husband, high blood pressure. Wife has a lower blood pressure. They say, what shall we do? I say, slap. Slap where? Slap. Same thing, same place. Her problem is different from mine. I said, okay, don't worry. Forget about names, you just slap it. Once the meridians cleansed, clean, free, the chief freely. Those who have higher blood pressure will drop. Those who have lower blood pressure will increase. All done automatically. Then what about the pain? Okay. I think I shall invite you to do a demonstration here. Okay? Come. This gentleman whom we met 2 days ago in one of our seminars here, actually the very first seminar in here in this town, yeah, Pondicherry. And just in the seminar, I just randomly pick up wherever I got lower back pain or knee pain, come and use this and the stretch. And he's the one who did. Tell us about your story, about pain problems. Yeah.
I had actually injured my back in tennis just a day before that. And I had actually, Radhika Ranjan had put it back in place. He had actually done manipulation and put it back in place. But the pain was still there. And so when I went to Dr. HongChi, he asked me what gives me pain. So I said, while sitting or getting up, I was getting pain. So he made me do Lajin. That is a stretch which, while you lie down on the bench and you stretch your leg. And then he made 2 persons actually hit me behind the knees and in front of the knees. And after that, I did not experience any pain. So it was actually something which was very dramatic for me. And since then, what happens is whenever I feel a little occurrence of that pain, I just do that and it goes away again.
Do what?
Again, I just tap.
Just this and the
The
stretching.
knee or the elbow?
No, I do it for at the knee.
At the-
How many minutes? Just 5 minutes or so.
What is stretching?
The stretching he'll show you.
He'll show.
It's,
Wait.
Thank you. Because we don't have a PowerPoint today, so I cannot show you with the photo. And if you can provide me with 2 chairs without arm, so that people can lie on, that would be better.
You have to bring it from downstairs.
Or some stools like this. Yeah.
Shushiravan has got it without arms.
But the stool is only one. You have to give me
It's too
3.
small. You have to lie down.
Yeah, you've got a bench.
Mat might be there, no? Mat.
No.
Mat.
You need a chair or a cot.
Can you do it on this table or no?
No, why not sit this table?
Okay, later we'll try it on the table. Okay, then.
And I support.
Okay, then. I talk a little bit about theory first, then we come to the demonstration. Okay. Just now we experienced or we have a taste of Paida, slackness. Okay. That is the #1 method for self-healing. Another one is called Lajin. La is stretch, Jin is tendon. So basically it's stretching the tendon. We have so many different ways to stretch tendon, like yoga or Tai Chi, or in Chinese Kung Fu they have many ways, or Japanese Judo. Why do we pick up this simple position? #1.
Excuse me, I have a class, children are waiting for me. I'll come back after the class.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
So it's very simple. You just lie on the chair or a bench. Just lie down. Then with one leg up. So one up, the other down. Many people, especially for the yoga coaches, come to me. Not here in China. They come to me. It's very funny. They come to me for curing, for healing. They have many pain problems. So I was wondering why. Actually, for the yoga practice, you should make yourself healthy. How come you have these problems? Then I realized when they do all kinds of positioning for the yoga, they focus on the body while neglecting their inner side, emotion. That's #1. #2, every position they do only for a short time. Like slapping, just now we experienced. In China, they have all kinds of slapping, but they do like this. But for us, you see, it's very important. Timing. Just one place. For 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or even 50 minutes, even 1 hour, that's very important. Some people say, okay, I get tired here. That's exactly what we want. You are tired, that means you have a problem here. You get all this color, that means you have a problem here. So diagnosis already happened. And at the same time, healing also happened. An old lady in the 70s retired in China, and she came to me. She couldn't walk properly, couldn't walk upstairs. She asked me what to do. I said, okay, just do clapping on the knees. For how long? I said, for 2 hours. She went back for 2 hours. Next morning, she gave me a call. Dr. HongChi, it's great news. See, I could walk. The pain, 90% dropped. But I have a question. I slept only on my knee. But my frozen shoulder is also okay now. Why? See? Why? Number one, when she does this, it's tiring, so it's moving here. But that's not the most important thing. The more important thing is, when she does the slapping, she does it all by herself, not by somebody else. She has to do like this on the knee. So when she slapped the knee, the hands are also slapped. So look at the meridian chart. All the meridians here go all the way up here to the shoulders, to the frozen shoulders. So we are moving here, and also you see all these meridians are cleansed. That's how it works. So it's very simple. Once it works holistically. So it's like sending an email. When you send out an email, you cannot say, okay, the people in the north can receive it. The people in the south cannot receive it. That is not internet. The internet is virtually holistic. Otherwise, it's not internet. So for us, human beings, self-healing system or the meridian system is just like internet is. Completely a holistic system. So once we do the stretching, it's very important. Number one, you do that position for a long time. For how long? As long as possible. Some people do 5 minutes, some do 15 minutes, some do 1 hour. People will go, why does he do 1 hour? See, I can give you an example. In Malaysia, a president of a big company, a shipping company, he has got heart disease, hypertension, and also the gout problems, very painful gout. So he took a lot of medicine. Plus, he was not allowed to drink alcohol, to eat seafood, blah, blah, blah. But he's very fond of eating. So what can he do? When he heard about slapping and stretching, he said, okay, I will do one thing good. Well, focus. Does it work? I said, no matter slapping or stretching, if you can do one thing well, that's good enough. So he focused on doing the stretching on the chair every day. At the beginning, 2 minutes, very painful. Then gradually to 5 minutes. Then half a year, 20 minutes. He was very happy. But then he met another CEO from Taiwan. And that one has a severe accident on the neck after a car accident. So he proposed to that CEO, he said, if you do this, this will help. And that gentleman says, please don't teach me. I have done this for a year. Now you see, all these problems was supposed to have a surgery, now it's all gone with the wind. And he asked, how long did you do? Each time he said, I will do 1 hour. He said, okay, I thought I did for a long time, but now it's a short time. So he went back home, he began to longer the time, longer until now he does it each leg for 1 hour. So he spent 2 hours, one for each, just for stretching. What happened? So many years of medicine taking all quit. Now he takes 0 medicine. Another typical example is my mother, who herself is a Western medicine doctor. She took medicine for her heart disease, kidney problem, eye problem, hypertension for over 30 years. What's the result? More and more problem. So I asked her, how am I going to take it? The answer is, until I die. So it's almost like, taking the opium. So, of course, she couldn't believe what I had been doing. Because my job, my background was not medical treatment. I was in the finance business before. I was in Wall Street and Hong Kong for many years. Had nothing to do with this. But then she was just curious. Of course, suffered a lot from all these diseases. So finally, she decided to have a try on a workshop for 7 days. And then 7 days later, she dropped all the medicine she took for over 30 years. Now I think it's over 3 years now. And now no more medicine, not at all. So it's very simple. Now, do we have someone who has got a lower pain problem? Do we have someone? You sure? So tell us what is your problem?
I have a lower back problem and I had a surgery about 6 years back.
You already got surgery. Surgery is always the last word we hear. Anybody who has got a pain but not get surgery? You, where's the pain? Tell us. Huh? You confused now? I want in the evening. So who has a pain problem right now?
I have
But you have a surgery, it's different. You have
lower back.
lower back?
Yes.
You want to have a try with the stretching?
Yes, yes, she can.
Yeah, but can we try on the table then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it in the legs and the
Okay, let's do it one by one. Okay.
no circulation.
Why don't you come here and have a look? Why don't you? Could you come down? Okay. Why don't you lie on here? Just lie.
On your back.
On your back.
Lie on back, lie, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just lie on here, yeah. All the way down a little bit.